putting them on game, letting them know what's going on. Like, see, this was happening. Like, you feel me? I'm letting these guys know. So when it be like people saying they want to fight me, it's
like, how could you, nigga? I was the one that was giving you game when I was going through it.
There was some kind of crazy trash talk with Gervonta and Terrence Crawford recently. And one of the things...
Girvanta Davis and Floyd Mayweather have finally agreed to settle their feud in the ring, with an exhibition bout set to happen once Gervonta retires. This showdown feels similar to the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul situation, which left fans underwhelmed.
When they came back and was like, all right, you gotta fight, he was like, you gotta fight.
If history repeats itself, fight fans might not be thrilled. However, unlike Tyson, Mayweather has stayed active, regularly competing in exhibition fights since retiring. With his experience and Gervonta's explosive power, this matchup could still generate excitement if done right.
No, he's a legend. He's an icon. But it would be a big fight. But your boxing intelligence, Tank, if someone makes a mistake against you, it's over.
Yeah, Leo, arms long as hell. He way taller than...
Will this be a true spectacle or just another cash grab? Fans will have to wait and see. Reached a point where their long-standing feud will be settled in the ring. While the fight is expected to be more of an exhibition rather than an official professional bout, it still carries massive implications for both fighters.
If you don't mind. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Joseph Pedraza, my first world title. I was 16-0. I was 21, and I haven't fought in like 7 or 8 months. And around that time, I wasn't making that much money. I probably was making like $10,000 a fight. So,
and the sport of boxing. Given that Davis has hinted at retirement in the coming months, this showdown could serve as his final hurrah before stepping away from the sport. Many boxing fans are comparing this fight to the recent Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul bout, which received mixed reactions and left much to be desired. The idea of a retired legend facing a much younger and more physically dominant fighter often leads to a spectacle rather than a serious competition.
It's crazy to not fight, you know, so when they came back and he was gotta fight, he was like, you gotta fight this fighter, which is Joseph Pedraza. If you don't fight him, you're not fighting. You like sit up, you sit.
However, unlike Tyson, Mayweather has remained highly active in the exhibition scene, frequently stepping into the ring since his official retirement. This could work to his advantage, but the question remains, can you keep up with someone as strong and athletic as Davis? At first glance, the idea of Mayweather struggling against Davis might seem unbelievable, given the former's defensive mastery and unbeaten professional record.
Y'all looking at the end results. Y'all not looking at the shit where y'all gonna look at the interview and Zab gonna tell y'all, you know, with me being.
However, Davis has grown significantly as a fighter, both skill-wise and in terms of his star power. What makes this potential bout even more intriguing is the history between these two men. Once mentor and protege, their relationship has deteriorated over the years, leading to heated exchanges, public accusations, and now, an exhibition match that could earn them both a substantial payday. The relationship between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis wasn't always turbulent. In fact, Davis was once Mayweather's prized pupil, someone the undefeated champion took under his wing and guided toward boxing stardom. Under Mayweather's promotional company, Davis secured major fights, gained widespread recognition, and established himself as one of the most exciting knockout artists in the sport. However, things started to sour as Davis gained more independence and became less reliant on Mayweather promotions. Tensions between the two escalated throughout 2023, with Davis eventually breaking ties with Mayweather's promotional team. What followed was a series of public back and forths, with Davis making shocking revelations about his time under Mayweather's guidance. In a candid interview on the Mr. J. Hill podcast, Davis spoke about the struggles he faced early in his career, detailing some of the questionable treatment he received from Mayweather. When I won my first world title against Joseph Pedraza, I was 21 years old, Davis revealed. Once you get around someone you look up to like Mayweather, you start to realize they're not who they portray themselves to be. It's a letdown, and it hurts. That's when I decided to go my own way and do my own thing. One of Davis' most shocking claims was that Mayweather deliberately put him in difficult situations, setting up challenges that were nearly impossible to overcome. There were times he put me in lose-lose scenarios, like my first title fight against Pedraza. I hadn't fought in 7 or 8 months. I wasn't making much money, maybe $10,000 a fight. And then they came back and told me I had to fight him. If I didn't, I'd be shelved, Davis explained. The financial struggles were another major issue. Despite being promoted by one of the richest athletes in history, Davis revealed that he wasn't making nearly enough money to sustain himself. I got evicted, had to sell my car, and was struggling to get by. Looking back, I feel like Floyd did that intentionally. Boxers know what's happening behind the scenes. He was giving me just enough so I wouldn't end up homeless, but never enough to truly be independent. After staying silent for a long time, Mayweather finally addressed Davis' accusations. While he didn't directly confirm or deny Davis' claims, he made it clear that he believes he played a crucial role in Davis' success. "Everything I did for Tank was to put him in a position to win," Mayweather stated. "Sometimes young fighters don't understand the business side of things, and that's okay. But I made sure he was taken care of." Despite the drama, both fighters seemed to realize that their feud had commercial potential. With Davis nearing retirement and Mayweather always open to lucrative opportunities, the idea of an exhibition fight became more realistic. Rather than continuing their war of words online, they decided to take it to the ring, a move that would not only resolve their issues, but also generate millions of dollars. Given that Davis is still an active fighter, a professional bout against Mayweather would not make much sense. However, an exhibition allows both men to benefit financially while maintaining a level of competitiveness that suits their current career stages. For Davis, it's a way to close out his career on a grand stage, potentially against the biggest name in boxing history. For Mayweather, it's another chance to showcase his skills and remind the world why he's still considered one of the greatest defensive fighters of all time. Despite his age, Mayweather has remained active in the exhibition circuit, fighting a variety of opponents from YouTubers to former kickboxers. His ability to generate revenue through these events proves that fans still want to see him in the ring. However, Davis is not just another social media influencer or an inexperienced opponent. He's a legitimate champion with explosive power and elite skills. If this exhibition fight happens, the biggest question will be whether Mayweather can keep up with Davis' athleticism and strength. Even in his prime, Mayweather relied on his defensive prowess rather than raw power. Against someone as aggressive and physically dominant as Davis, he might have to adjust his strategy significantly. While the Mayweather versus Davis exhibition fight is intriguing in itself, it also raises larger questions about boxing's current landscape. Exhibition fights have become increasingly popular, often overshadowing legitimate championship bouts. Some fans argue that these events dilute the sport, turning it into more of a spectacle than a competition. Others believe they provide entertainment value and bring new audiences to boxing. Regardless of where one stands on the issue, there's no denying that a Mayweather versus Davis showdown will generate massive interest. Whether it lives up to the hype or falls flat like the Tyson versus Paul fight remains to be seen. One thing is for sure, when two fighters with a deep history and lingering bad blood step into the ring, sparks are bound to fly. As both men prepare for what could be one of the most talked about exhibitions in recent memory, fight fans will be watching closely. Will Davis prove that he's too much for the aging Mayweather, or will Mayweather's experience and technical brilliance be enough to neutralize Davis' youth and power? The answers will only come when the bell rings and the two finally settle their score in the ring.